Okay. Hello, guys. How are you all? I'm sure you would be really great and really excited for this session. So, hi, I am Ryan Chaudhary, the developer advocate at Hack2Skill. So, Hack2Skill is a community of young and brilliant developers who wants to be at forefront of technology. And we as an organization help these developers uplift their technical skills by organizing regular hackathons, boot camps, and workshops. I'm sure you all are very excited to learn something new today morning. And so we all have heard about the new buzzword these days, which is blockchain. It's the new gold rush, where everyone wants to learn about it and earn from it. So we at Hack to Skill thought of launching a blockchain edition of our flagship event, Hack to Skill Tech Camp. So basically, a tech camp is a mixture of boot camp and hackathon. And in it, we start with the introduction of the main topic and how it has a market value and the technology, what is in the technology, and how the technology is changing lives and many more. And after we teach all the things to the participants, we have a workshop where we teach the hands-on how to deploy and how to use that technology. After the workshop ends, we start with the mini hackathon where all the participants make to learn the things which they have learned. They can apply that and win exciting prizes. So, without wasting any much time, let me introduce two speakers. The first speaker has an industry expert in in this blockchain and tell you guys what's in the blockchain, how it is beneficial for the next generation, the Web 3.0, and what is the market significance of it. So, let me introduce to you Abhineet from Spheron. Hello, Abhineet. It's great to have you over
Hi,
here. So, hello. Yeah.
hi,
So,
hi, Ryan. Hi,
let's
everyone.
start with hello. Yeah. Yeah, go on. So, I'll give the virtual mic to you and you can continue it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, hi, everyone. Good morning. It's a Saturday. It's already a win for Hack to Skill. We have made you wake up on a weekend so early. So, thank you so much for your valuable time. And I will quickly brief you as to what blockchain is in very simple terms, how we can make changes to the world. Definitely, blockchain is not a disruptor. We need to understand that blockchain is an ecosystem in itself, right? It is something else. It is definitely going to change the way we do things over the internet. And in simple terms, basically, blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that it makes difficult or impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. Basically, it's essential that it's like a digital ledger of transactions, that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer systems on the blockchain. So in simple terms, that is what blockchain is. And what we do at Spheron is we are a no-code blockchain deployment protocol. So what we do is we help developers host their websites or web apps onto the decentralized cloud network, and that too in just a few clicks. So it's pretty simple. All you have to do is connect your GitHub repository, configure settings which are already configured automatically due to our system, and all you have to do is just click deploy. And within approximately 3 minutes, you can actually go ahead and enter the world of Web3, which is the world of decentralization, which is the world of no censorship, wherein you will never get an error 404, and we guarantee a 99.99% uptime. So, which means that when you build a website as a developer and you host it using Spheron, it will never go down. It's like almost live on the internet forever. And basically, we are a decentralized cloud aggregator. So you can choose your decentralized storage network. We have integrated with Arweave, Skynet, IPFS. So you have the option of choosing Filecoin, Piñata. So, and we are adding more layers also. Apart from that, we are on Polygon and Arbitrum right now, and we will be becoming chain agnostic very soon. So, irrespective of the chain that you're on, you can just come to Spheron and deploy your websites and web apps. It's that simple. So, what I'll do right now is I'll quickly hand over the call to my very dear friend Adibayo, who's our developer advocate at Spheron. He will take you through the process on how easy it is. And just a quick update, the average deployment time on Spheron is approximately 222 seconds only, and this is an average of more than 16,000 deployments. So you can see how easy and how fast it is to actually go ahead and use Spheron. So what I'll suggest you guys is, after the session, do go ahead and use Spheron, and please share your feedback. Join our Discord server, follow us on Twitter, and make sure that you're connected with us, because we are going to change how people do web hosting and deployment. Over to you, Eddie. Thank you so much, guys, and all the best.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, having it. It's cool to be here. And this morning, I will be showing you how to deploy your decentralized application, your centralized application, even though this hackathon is focused on blockchain. So I'll be showing you how to deploy your decentralized application to your favorite decentralized storage network. And I'm sharing my screen in about right now. So if you can see my screen, just let me know. If you cannot, then we just move on. Yes, so basically, I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, can you see my screen? Somebody on the deck should just signify. Yeah, okay. So when you come on the Spheron.network homepage, this is what our landing page looks like. This is what it looks like, and you have the option of scrolling down, check out all of the other things we do. And by the way, I sort of like the dark mode, so you can turn it back to this place to come to light mode, the darky types. So before going ahead to deploy your app on Spheron, I would want you to take note of the docs. The docs is where you find everything we do around Spheron, whatever updates we make, our change log, our frameworks, and all of those things. So you want to have the docs also clicked and opened down. And moving on to deploying on Spheron. Also, another thing I would like you to check out is some of our features. We allow you to deploy on multi-protocol. We have different framework, and at the moment we have over 10 framework. And by this week, this month, we'll be adding 8 more frameworks to the platform. So yes, if you are ready to deploy, let us go. So just come to this part of the application and click deploy now. It asks you to sign in using GitHub or GitLab. Well, I will try to log out so that you can see the process again. Yes, if you click on deploy now, it asks you to log in using GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. If you don't have an account already, you can just use the sign up button. But if you have an account, if your GitHub is configured here, if your GitLab is configured here, just choose your favorite one. And I'll pick GitHub for this process. For me, I like GitHub a lot. So yes, this is your Spheron dashboard. This is how it looks like. And one of the things I love to do as a person is try to do different things. So for me, I have different accounts. I have Bio, I have Lab, and all of those things. I just test a lot of things. If you are like me and you are very, very curious, you can come here to create different organizations on the platform and all of these things. So walking you through the platform, this is how your dashboard will look like. This is how the billing page look like, and this is how the member page look like. You could invite members of your team to your Spheron dashboard, meaning you could come here, create an organization, and then in turn invite members of your team that are building something together to the platform. And this is the settings page and all of those things. So yes, moving back to deployment, all you just need to do is come back to dashboard and click on create a new project. When you come to your dashboard, this is how it's going to look like. Let me go back to the light mode. Don't mind me, I'm used to using dark mode and all of that. So this is how your platform looks like. Just come to the part where it says new project. Of course, I'm expecting that when you come on the platform newly, uh, you don't have anything on your dashboard. So when you come on the platform, this is how your dashboard will look like. Your dashboard will be empty, obviously. So all you just need to do is click on a new project, pick your favorite repository. Is it GitHub? Is it GitLab? Is it Bitbucket? I choose GitHub. I like GitHub a lot, so I would do GitHub. And number one, if you notice this point of the application, it is showing Chiombayo because I am currently signed in using my personal GitHub account. But if you have other GitHub accounts you want to use to sign in like this, or like this, you could sign in, presuming you have a organization GitHub account or you have other GitHub accounts that you use. So you can just come to this place to switch account and all of that. But yes, moving on, using my personal GitHub account, it displays the list of repositories I have over here on my GitHub, so I can decide to choose any of the choice I like, or I can decide to just forward with it. Let me just choose a random one. A random one. What should it be for me? I'm looking for something that has to do with UI. Let me just pick a random. Yes, let me pick my personal GitHub repository, my portfolio. Where are you? Yes, so I would choose this. I think this is my personal portfolio website on GitHub. And for your deployment, you could choose Airwave, you could choose Filecoin, you could choose Spinata, you could choose Skynet. Basically, preferably, before I do this, I like to check some few things on the internet, but for the sake of time, let's just pick Filecoin. And yes, let's pick Filecoin for the deployment and check what sort of deployment it is. Yes, so pick your branch. Is it the main branch? Is it the version 2 branch? Is it the Xeon branch and all of those things? And pick your framework depending on the kind of framework you are deploying. This is a new framework JavaScript application. So yes, it gets to automatically pick a new framework. For me, I want to go back to show you something about deployment. If I go back and go back to the dashboard, if I pick a new project, pick on GitHub and all of that, I want to pick a framework specific repository. So you could see how the system automatically configures your framework app for you. Yes, so let me pick this one, even though I'm not sure it's a UI UX. So you can see if you notice this part, it automatically picks your framework for you, help you with your install command, help you with your publish directory, help you with your build command and all of those things. All you just need to do is decide your node engine. I would also go back lastly to show you one other framework. Let me just go to dashboard, new project, GitHub. Uh, Let me look for another framework that I think that I have. uh, Framework. Which other framework do I have? Yeah, I'm trying to look for other frameworks I think I have over here. Hmm, on top of my head, I cannot. Okay, let me pick this framework. Hmm, I cannot remember which of the framework it is, but I think it is Sanity. So yes, if I pick a Sanity framework, it helps me configure my install command, publish directory, and build command. Some of the things you need to note while deploying is number one, your branch. Are you deploying to the main branch? Are you deploying to the master branch? Because if you deploy a branch that is not configured in your project, or you deploy a branch that your codes are not updated, you get a wrong output. And another thing you need to notice is your root directory. Are you deploying your project in the root? Is your root folder the root folder? Or else, if not, you could just come here to say blah 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 is my root name, depending on your folder structure. I know that for those of us that are not new in deployment, we know that most of our deployment are always in the root directory of our project. But if you are combining your backend and your front end together on one repository, you would know that your front end is not in your root folder. So just come here, input the folder, click on master, yada yada yada, and all of these things. My node engine is version 16. So it says I should connect my wallet. Yes. So because I'm new on this part of the application, it asks me to connect my wallet. So I choose MetaMask. But unfortunately, my MetaMask is not configured over here. So I'll just go back to my lab, go back to Shembaya's lab, deploy, blah blah blah. This is a new laptop for me, and I've not configured my MetaMask over here due to some personal reasons about MetaMask being fund being running away from MetaMask and all of those things. So yes, I will do this, and I just click on deploy. Basically, it's pretty simple. Just wait for the deployment log to load. Just wait for your projects to configure. And while this is deploying, it still does not cost you anything. You could go back to your dashboard to also deploy another project, meaning you can deploy as many projects simultaneously. That project is currently deploying. Let me click on new project and come to GitHub and pick my stuff, and I just deploy any other project I love to. Let me see, 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 let me see. Which one? Let me pick this one. Pick Pinata, no framework. Yes, main branch. Deploy. Don't mind me, my network or my bandwidth sometimes. So if you come to this place, you notice the notification app over here. This place you can use it to go back to your own directly. One of the things you should also notice is this button. This button allows you to switch from web app to compute. So basically, in summary, compute is a Docker platform where we allow you push your Dockerized application to a cache network. So if you are building a full stack application and you want to deploy them on Spheron, all you just basically need to do is Dockerize your full stack application, come to Spheron, come to this part of the website. You can switch to compute by using this button. Don't mind me, like I said, I test a lot. Switch to compute, click on new cluster and deploy your Dockerized application. But let's go back to Spheron web app. So yes, this was the project I deployed not too long. This was another one I deployed not too long. Just to visit yada yada yada. Okay, this is how the first one looks like. I'm not sure this project is a UI project. Let me just see. Oh, this is something I was testing something about. So this is a Vue.js project. This is a no framework JavaScript project. You could build anything, you could deploy anything. We have over 10 frameworks. You could play around the platform. You could come back to night mode, you could switch to morning mode and all of those things. So basically, yes, that is how to deploy on Spheron. It's pretty simple, it is basic. You don't need to know how to code. You could just have somebody on your team that handles this technical part of your application, and you could create as much organizations that you have. You could do so many things around it. I have a lot of labs. I do all of some other stuff and all of that. So yes, just play around the application. You get to be familiar with it. But most importantly, the opportunity to invite your teammates. Come to members, add new members, and just invite your teammates to your organization, and you guys get to enjoy deployment together. So thank you so much, guys. I would hand over the baton to Ryan or Abinit. Ryan, are you on the call? Abinit, are you still here?
Okay, and thank you, Abibayo. It was a really great understanding, and like basically due to some unavoidable circumstances, Prakash couldn't join us in today's session, but like we'll give you all the resources to prepare for the hackathon which we would be having. We'll give all the resources regarding Web3, how to deploy it, how to make a front end app, and how to deploy that on Spheron. So I'll show you how it happens. Wait a second. Yeah. So you all can go to the main dashboard. They'll be having, like, after this webinar we'll be having all the resources regarding how to deploy it, and all the things regarding Web3 and what all are required. And you guys can go and see the problem statement, and based on the problem statement you can deploy that. After deploying it on the Spheron network, You just have to take the link of that, go to the submission tag uh, which we would open after the session. You have to go over there and paste the link of the Spheron over there to participate in the hackathon. After that, you can make any project. You can make front end, you can make back end, or you can like join all those things and make a project according to the problem statement, according to your wish. After making that, you just have to deploy that on Spheron network and make a PPT of that and the screenshot of all the pages of your project and how it is happening. You just have to give a brief about it, and that's all. And the top winners could win exciting prizes, including cash prize, which is already listed in the page over there. So wait a second.
And let me quickly chime in a bit here. I
Yeah.
hope everybody can hear me. I was just going through the comments. A few questions that I can answer. Yes, it's free right now, guys. We're still on testnet. We're not on mainnet yet. You will not be charged. So you can go ahead and use the platform. Anyways, you guys are special for us. You guys are kind of like our early adopters. No charges for you. And yes, it's a free platform. It's definitely decentralized web hosting. So like for example, when developers today build websites, they generally use Netlify, Vercel, or AWS. These are the like three common or famous platforms, popular platforms. We are just asking you to try us because we are doing it in a decentralized way for you. So basically, you will be owning your work, right? Today, what you do is you build websites and you go ahead and post it on a centralized ecosystem, which is basically owned by somebody else, and they can take you down anytime, right? If there's a complaint, if there's an unnecessary complaint, if there's an unjustified complaint, or even if they think that you probably are their competitor, they will go ahead and block you. But when you are doing it in a decentralized way, your website will be yours, your work will be yours. And as I mentioned earlier, that there is 99.99% uptime, there is no error 404, there's no censorship resistance. So go ahead and use this decentralized option. And as far as another question is concerned, okay, how do you update a project? Okay, that I think Adibai already took you through. Facing failed deployment over my simple JS project. Okay, we can definitely take up these. Ryan, how can we solve
Yeah.
these issues? I mean, is there a channel where we can, yeah, take it up case by
Yeah.
case?
So all the like we'll have some of the questions over here, which all we can currently answer. We'll have few questions over here. After that, we have a dedicated group, a WhatsApp group, which will share the link to you guys. You can join that and ask any number of questions which you like, and we would be happy to answer that. So we are having few questions. Like we have developed the new website or deploy an existing project. So you have to make a website. You have to develop the new website currently. It could be a front end only or a back end, including with front end. And just you, the main thing to qualify it, that you have to deploy that on Spheron. So that is the only requirement for that.
Yes. And
Uh,
Zubin, if you want, you can test it. What you can do is just go to GitHub fork any repository and try testing the platform first before you actually get inside the ocean and start swimming.
yeah. So there's one another question. So what are all the things we need to do after this meeting? So after this meeting, we'll share all the resources to the dashboard. You can go over there. After for a while, we'll give all the references, all the things which you need for that. After that, you have to make a front end and then deploy front end or back end project. You have to deploy that on Spheron and make a PPT for that. Just that's all. So that's all which is required. Let's have another question.
Yes, Spheron is a decentralized
Where
hosting
is the
platform.
So there's one another question. Where is the project's statement? So he wanted to know about the problem statement probably. So you can go to the
Okay.
main dashboard. There would be four problem statement. You can choose any of the problem statement and make anything which you want. It could be anything which is related to the problem statement written over there. Let's have another question if possible.
So they're saying resources should be sent on WhatsApp group. Yes, certainly we
How do
can
you
do that,
update a
right?
budget?
Maybe we can send the docs and the
Yeah.
link tree and everything on the WhatsApp group. We can do that. Yes.
Yes, we
So
would
this
definitely
person,
have. So we have another question. How do you update a project in Spheron? So like anyone could answer. Adibayo, do you like
so
to go for
Yeah.
it?
updating a project on Spheron, meaning you have the project used to be deployed using Spheron, or you are trying to make a new deployment using Spheron. For example, one of the good things Spheron offers is immediately you deploy your project and you push a new changes, we have our CI/CD automatically configured to help you make an auto deployment, which you can turn off on your dashboard. So you don't need to worry about having to redeploy your project when it's already on Spheron. When you push a new update, the system automatically redeploys your new updates for you as far as update is concerned. But if you're asking about updating a project from GitHub, all you just need to do is connect your GitHub repository and import your project to Spheron. Basically, that is if I answered your question correctly about updating a project on Spheron. If it's a question that I did not answer, please just join the WhatsApp group and ask again with clear certainties, and I'll do well to attend to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Adibayo. So that we have another question.
You're
I'm
facing
facing. Yeah, you go on, Adibayo.
failed deployment over my simple JavaScript project. It can be because of two things. Your project folder structure is not configured properly, number one. So the system is not deploying that it is a simple Java, it's not getting that it's a simple JavaScript project, number one. Or it's a simple JavaScript project and you are picking another JavaScript framework, meaning your project would not deploy. The deployment will always fail because the system configuration for a JavaScript framework is different from a simple JavaScript project. But yes, basically just check it. Just check your GitHub portfolio, your GitHub repository. We all know that a simple JavaScript project must always be at the root, and your HTML must be at the root of your folder and all of those things. But just check it basically. If you are still facing the issue, just let us know on the WhatsApp group and we'll take a look at it together and we'll fix it.
Okay, thank you so much. So
And
with
Advait, yes, sorry to interrupt you, Ryan. Advait, yes,
yeah,
it's very normal deployment. Yes, you're taking the right examples, Heroku, Netlify, definitely, but this is decentralized. And you were also asking where is the blockchain? That's what's happening, right? We are doing it in a decentralized way and making it go on chain, right? We go ahead and deploy it on chain. And you can choose the network you want to choose, this decentralized storage network, which is Arweave, Skynet, and as I said, Pinata, Filecoin. You can choose either one of them, whichever you like, whichever suits your basically bandwidth, whichever one is your favorite, or whichever suits your project. So yeah, that's where the blockchain comes in. It gets deployed on chain. It doesn't get deployed off chain like Heroku or Netlify that you are referring to. Yes. Beginners can definitely do it, Durgesh. I'm a beginner. I'm a non-dev. I'm been into the space for almost 2 years now only, and I have done deployments myself using Spheron several times, and I'm also building a project of my own now. I'm building my own profile basically, and I will be deploying it very soon. You guys can start following us, and you will be able to see that. You follow Speron on Twitter. You can follow Adibio and me also on Twitter if you want. You'll definitely hear from us very soon about our projects as well that we are deploying on Speron. Very easy, extremely easy. Please try it. How do you know the project is deployed on Speron? Means when we deploy it, there is a
Adibayo, we have another question. Can we deploy the app built on Rinkeby testnet?
So, Rinkeby testnet, as far as I'm concerned, is not used to deploy a UI project. I think majorly people use Rinkeby to deploy a smart contract. So I want to be sure whether you want to ask if your project has a backend of have a smart contract deployed on Wrinklebuy, and of course, your Wrinklebuy project always need a front end one day. So yes, you can deploy your front end of your Wrinklebuy project on Spheron, except if the question is asking about something else, because we know that Wrinklebuy, the smart contract, Win, and all of that. But at the moment, you cannot deploy a smart contract on Spheron. So, but yes, you can deploy your front end of your Wrinklebuy project on Spheron. I don't know if I answered that correctly to that person that is asking, but just keep a look on the comment section. Yes, so that is it.
Okay. As provide any framework for deployment.
Well, the list of framework you can currently deploy on Spheron is on our dashboard. You can deploy most of the JavaScript framework. You can currently deploy them on Spheron. You could deploy Vanilla, Nox, Docker Cyrus, React, Next.js, Vue.js, Angular, React, Gatsby, Sanity, Svelte, Ugo, and Eleventy at the moment. Even though I have another trick to deploy some other projects that is not official. Just let us know in the WhatsApp and I'll show you how to do it. There are other tricks around. We are all developers, so we can manipulate our ways in it. Just let us know on WhatsApp and we'll let you know.
Okay, guys. So that's all for now. I hope you guys would have learned something new today morning, and we'll share all the resources from Prakarsh as well on the main resources channel, and like we'll explain all the things in a detailed way over there, so you all can participate in the mini hackathon after this, and like the gates are open for all you to participate and win exciting prizes. So thank you all for joining us in today's morning, and we'll meet you guys next time with more exciting projects and with more exciting workshops, hackathons, and all those things. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank you
And
so
much,
much.
guys,
guys.
we are building it from India. We need your support. Go ahead and test it. As I said, yes, there is a MetaMask involved. You have to connect your wallet, guys, and it happens in a decentralized way because there's no server involved in it, guys. There are nodes involved in it of blockchain. That is why we are saying that it's happening in a decentralized way. It happens on chain. It doesn't go through a centralized server like it happens in AWS or for that matter Netlify overseas. So go ahead and give it a shot. I'm sure you'll love the product. As I said, the average deployment time is approximately 3.5 minutes. It's actually cool. Go ahead and test it out. All the best to you. We are there. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. You can join our Discord server also if you want. Anyways, the WhatsApp group is created by Hack to Scale. Hack to Scale, you guys are doing a great job, guys. Great.
Yeah.
Let's build this, adoption of Web3 and help these people get on the bandwagon and make a lot of money together. Wagmi, right? We're all gonna make it. All the best.
Okay, thank you all, guys. Okay, bye.
All right, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Take care.